Hey everybody, it's Keely. Another prenatal gentle yoga sequence for you. Today, you're gonna need a blanket, blankets, and 2 blocks, as I always recommend. For the 2 blocks, have them set to frame the top of your mat today. Okay, so top of your space. We're gonna get started with breathing in an easy seat. So if you wanna sit up on a block or blanket, go for it. Remember, your easy seat's whatever's comfortable for you. So I'll have my ankles crossed, you can be on your shins. We're gonna come into our breathing. We're gonna do a little bit different today. Today I want you to start with maybe both hands or just one hand right at your rib cage. Okay. Relax your shoulders. Let your eyes close. We'll start with a deep breath in. Exhale it all out. Do that again, inhale. Exhale it out. So our hands are placed right at our ribs, because that's where I want you to breathe into. Okay? So focus on moving your hands with your ribs while you're breathing. Take a deep breath in, and exhale. Continue breathing. Every inhale, you should feel your ribs expanding. And every exhale, you should feel them get a little bit closer toward you. Continue breathing like that. Your inhale count and exhale count can still equal each other out. Just let your focus be on your ribs. Try to expand more in the ribs as opposed to the belly. All about your control. Take one more breath here. One more exhale. Keeping your eyes closed, move your hands to your belly. Now think about breathing into your belly. So on your inhale, you should feel your hands pushing out. And on your exhale, you should feel them collapse in. So right now we're belly breathing, which also helps to improve or build up our core strength. Your belly might not be moving a lot. That's okay, but you should still feel some kind of movement, some kind of push forward on the hands, and the hands collapsing. It's not a strong push, just a little subtle movement. Take one more inhale, full exhale. Let your hands release to your knees, relax the shoulders. Deep breath in, full breath out. Again, deep inhale, full breath out. Allow your eyes to flutter open if they are closed. We're going to come into a little bit of a hip mobility stretch. So we're going to take mermaid legs, which is a Pilates style. You're going to let your left knee stay bent. You're going to bring your right ankle to the outside of your right hip, right knee bending. Your hip might be up, and if it's uncomfortable, you can put a blanket underneath that hip so it's a little more level. What we're going to focus on is moving the right hip. It's not a big movement. On your exhale, you're going to let your right hip thrust forward as you squeeze your glute. The inhale, you settle back down. Okay? Again, it's not a big movement, it's just opening up the hips. Inhale, hip goes down. Exhale, hip goes forward. Inhale, down. Okay. And try to make your exhale as long as your inhale. Slow and controlled, little movements. Your right toes that are behind you, they can flex towards your right knee that's bending. Little subtle movements. Remember, on your exhale, that's like the exertion. You're squeezing your glute. The inhale, setting that hip, come back. Let's go for 3. 2. 1. All the way forward. All the way back. Gently bring your right leg forward, taking your time. If it feels good, you can move that leg around, move the knee around, the ankle around. I'm going to take that right onto the other side. So we'll bend the right shin in front of us, and then the left heel will come behind us. Okay. Another good alignment tip, left knee, left heel, let it be same, left toes flex. Okay, so the knee and the ankle are in the same line. Okay. And again, if you need that blanket underneath your bottom, do so. We're going to follow our breath again. This time the left hip will lead forward on the exhale, slow on the inhale to bring it back. It's slow and controlled. It's not a huge movement. You're not thrusting your hip all the way forward. It's just a little bit forward, a little bit back, just warming up the hips. Remember the exhale, the exertion, you're going to squeeze that glute. The inhale, you're going to lengthen it, let it fall back. Now I have my hand there. You don't need to have your hand on your butt. I like to have it there just to make sure I can feel my butt squeezing. And again, you're balancing out that breath. It can be in through your nose, out through your mouth, but let it be balanced. Let's go for 3. 2. 1 more. Once you're back at center, gently release the left leg, nice and slow. Same thing you do on the other side. We're going to do a little bit core strength. So if you want, you can have a block behind you for a setup. You can have a blanket behind you for a setup. We're going to face forward on our mats. We're going to come into a boat pose. Heels aren't leaving the ground. Now for boat pose, essentially you would want your toes facing up, knees together. If you have a belly, it's not going to happen. So if you have a big belly like me, you can still have your knees bent, but just let them open up. This also helps. If you're feeling it more in your legs than in your belly, let your knees come open too. Okay. So start with a tall spine. Okay. Think about engagement. So everything nice and strong. Okay. Take an inhale. On your exhale, just lean back a little bit. Okay. Might not feel like you moved a lot, but you should feel everything engaging in front of you. And if you need to, you can pile up a blanket or a block just so you have a little more support. Extend your arms forward. So your spine's still long, it's just on a slight diagonal. Coming into a bow and arrow. We're not twisting. We're just going to bring the arm behind us like we're about to shoot an arrow, and then it's going to extend away. So on your exhale, right elbow back. Inhale, bring it forward. You should notice that your belly stays nice, tight, controlled. Exhale, left elbow back. Inhale, forward. Exhale. Inhale. Keep your heart lifted. Exhale. Inhale. Continue following your breath. Again, it's not a twist. You're just bringing the elbow back, belly's still strong, heart is still lifting, chin is off your chest. Your shoulders are relaxed. Your strength is right there in your torso, your core strength. Okay, let's go for 3. Keep following your breath. We're at 2. Heart still lifted, 1 more on each side. release your legs. It might feel good to shake them out. You can even let your toes fall inward a little bit, especially if you had your knees open, just to balance it out. Okay. Shaking out, maybe roll the shoulders, keep the heart lifted, and then make your way to standing position at the top of your space. We're going to come into a side bending series to start. I'm going to face you for it. You're going to start with your left foot crossed behind you. It's going to help get into that IT band as well as the rest of the left side body. Inhale, breathing, reach your arms overhead. Right hand finds your left wrist. Inhale, stretch up. On your exhale, up and over. Just stay and breathe. Press down both big toes. Your eyes can be open or closed here. Just stretching down the entire left side body. Your next inhale, come through center. Switch out your feet, so now the right ankle crosses behind you. Arms are reaching up. This time you grab the right wrist. Stretch up, and then up and over. So you can have bend in your knees. Press down the big toes though. Pressing down the big toes, you're pressing down all the corners of your feet, but specifically right in the big toes so you can feel the whole side, especially in that IT band area. Keeping your chin off your chest, eyes opened or closed. Continue breathing. Still think shoulders and hips forward, parallel to the wall in front of you. Be here for 3, 2, come back to center. Okay. Linking breath with our movement, sun breaths. Feet together or as wide as you need them to be. We've done this before. Fingers will start down. You're going to use your entire inhale to lift arms all the way up overhead, and the entire exhale, you bring them towards center. Take that 5 times. Start with the fingers down, shoulders relaxed, glutes engaged, belly strong, kneecaps lifting. Inhale, breathing, lift up your arms. When you're ready to exhale, bring the hands through heart center. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Facing the top of your space. We're going to take our left foot back into a lunge. So feel actually low lunge. Let's drop the back knee. Yeah. If you need to, you can get a blanket and put it underneath your knee. You want to be above the kneecap though. You're not resting right on the knee. And then bend into the right knee. This should be a nice hip opener for you, a nice quad stretch. If the belly's in the way, heel toe your right foot out so you have more space for your belly. I had you place the blocks framing the top of your mat so you have them there for support. So your hands can be on your thigh, they can be on the high set of blocks, and just bend into the right knee, being mindful that that knee doesn't go past your toes. Lift your heart up. Breathe for 3, 2. Bringing movement into our breath, movement into our posture. On your exhale, you're going to find a half split. So you're going to send your bottom back, balance on your right toe or right heel, right toes flexing. You should feel the hamstring. And then when you're ready, you inhale back into that lunge. Exhale for the half split. Inhale. Exhale. One more time like that. Inhale. Exhale, hold the half split. Right toes flexing towards you. My blocks are on high. They don't need to be. Maybe you don't have blocks at all. Or they could be on that medium or small height, completely up to you. Right toes stay flexing. We're going to come into an IT band stretch. That's the band right on the outside of your right leg. Right toes are flexing. Your block can be on the inside. We're coming into a twist, but there's room so we can twist here. Your left hand will be forward. On your inhale, reach the right arm up. Continue balancing on the right heel, continue flexing the right toes. Your right hand can be lifted. You can wrap behind your left hip. Continue breathing here for 3, 2, on 1, come back to center. Bend back into that front knee to find that lunge. Plant your hands, step forward. On your inhale, halfway lift, fingers to the mat or the shins. Exhale to fold. Again, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold, put some bend in your knees. Hands can come to the thighs, belly strong, come on up to stand. Taking that same thing on the other side. So this time, the right foot steps back, dropping that back knee. Again, if you need a blanket under your knee, do so. Remember, you're more forward, you're not right on the kneecap. You should feel that stretch in the right hip, in the right quad, and bend into that left knee. Again, if you need space for your belly, heel to the left foot out. Okay, so have the space. If you need the blocks, you can find the blocks again. And you're just bending. Being mindful that the left knee is not going past the left big toe. Letting your shoulders relax down, no collapsing here. Breathing, matching your inhales with your exhales. Be here for 3, 2, on 1, implementing that breath with the movement. On your exhale, you're finding that half split, balance on your left heel, left toes flexing. Inhale brings you back into that lunge. Now I'm moving the blocks so you can see my left foot. You don't need to move your blocks. Exhale, half split. Inhale, bend. Exhale, half split. Inhale, bend. One more time. Exhale, half split and hold here. Okay. Flexing the left toes. Feeling the back of your leg, your calf, your hamstring. That block can be right in front of you, right next to the left foot. Maybe you don't have a block at all. We're going to inhale, lengthen, make that spine long. Right hand will stay down as you lift the left arm up. Okay? Stretching the hamstring, stretching the outside of that thigh. Your arm can be up. It doesn't need to reach up. Maybe it comes to the low back or wraps behind you. Balancing on the left heel. Your gaze allows it. Look up over your shoulder. Maybe look straight ahead. Maybe look down at your fingertips, balancing lightly on that block. Continue matching your inhales and your exhales. Keep flexing, keep stretching for 3, 2. Inhale, arm comes back. Bend back into that low lunge. Step your right foot forward. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Again, inhale. And exhale. Staying where you are. We're going to come into a yogi squat with our hands on the ground. Feet go as wide as you need to, and then sit down. Okay? Hips might not go down low, that's okay. We're going to make this more of an active yogi squat, almost like a sumo squat. On your exhale, your hips lift up. Inhale, bend the knees, hips go down. Exhale, lift them up. Inhale, lower them. Let's do that 3 more times. Exhale. Inhale. Twice more. Exhale. Inhale. One more. Full exhale. Full inhale. Keep the bend in the knees. Belly strong. Glutes strong. Pull pelvic floor up. And begin to rise up. Shaking it out. For our next sequence, I want you to stay facing forward. I'm going to face you so you can see what I'm talking about. A standing figure 4. We're going to start with our right knee bending and our left ankle coming on top. You might want to be close to a wall here. Don't worry about how big of a bend it is. We're getting into the hip again, and balance. Left toes need to flex towards the knee, and then you sit back and down. So take your time getting there. Your hands can be by the side, they can be at heart center. Your shoulders are relaxed. You're feeling the opening in your left hip. You're feeling that right glute nice and strong supporting you. Press down your right big toe for balance. Relax your shoulders, let your chin be parallel. You're here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Right foot only down. Left knee into the chest. Slowly come into your warrior 3, taking the left leg back. Again, don't worry about how high that left leg is. Flex the left toes. Torso does not need to be parallel quite today. Belly's still strong, core is engaged. Hands at heart center or long by the side or in front. Toes flexing towards you. Here for 3, 2. Warrior 1. Back foot touches down. For warrior 1, we're bending into our front knee. Your back foot is flat. Left toes are on an angle, about 45 degrees. Bend into the right knee. Your hands can be on your hips. Your hands can be framing your biceps, or biceps framing your ears. We're going to move with our breath. On your exhale, straighten your legs. Inhale, bend. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Twice more, follow your breath. One more. Inhale, bend into the knee, stay strong. Both feet are rooting down, squeeze feet towards one another. Fire up that back leg. Right knee on top of the arch, not past your toes. Deep breath in. On your exhale, open up to warrior 2. Then pick up your right toes, face them forward, coming into wide-legged forward fold. Your feet can be parallel. If you have any sciatic issues, toes turn in. Inhale, arms to the side, heart up, and then exhale, forward fold. Again, feel free to have a block in front of you. Let the weight come forward into the balls of your feet. Feel that stretch along the back side of your legs, releasing your low back. Your jaw should be soft, tongue off the roof of your mouth, and breathe. If you need a little more, lift up your kneecaps. That's going to engage, your quads are engaged, it's going to open up your hamstrings a little more. Be here for 3, 2, on 1. Come to a flat back. Heels come slightly in, bend the knees. Hands can come to the thighs as you rise on up. And then shake it out. Okay. We're going to do the same thing all on the other side. I'm going to face the back of my mat this time, starting with that figure 4. So this time, my weight's going into the left foot, little bend in the knee, right ankle on top of the knee, the quadricep, and then you sit down. If you need to, you can go against a wall, a door, a shelf, something sturdy. So find what your body needs today. Big bend or little bend, right toes flex towards the right knee. Long spine, no back bending, no forward bending. Breathe. Shoulders are relaxed. Belly's still strong. Glutes are strong. Jaw is soft. Let's be here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Moving into our warrior 3, right knee will come up. Find that stability. Then slowly take it back so you have that T shape in the body, or you're imagining that T shape in your body. Right toes flexing now. Left big toe pressing into the earth. Right toes don't need to be high, they can be low. We're more worried about the right hip being down. 2 hips in a line. Hands forward to the side or at heart center, whatever your body needs. Not here for long. Core strength. 3, 2, warrior 1. So for warrior 1, your ankles can be lined up, or just like our lunge earlier, heel toe, so your left foot's out more, so you have more room for your belly. Bend into the left knee. Your right toes are flat, right foot is flat, right toes 45-degree angle. Hands at your hips or arms with the ears. For warrior 1, you're thinking the right shoulder coming forward. When you're bringing that shoulder forward, you just start feeling that stretch down the right side, especially in the right hip. Inviting the movement. On your exhale, legs go straight. Inhale, bend. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Okay, continue that movement with your breath. Still think about the feet into the earth. The shoulders in line, parallel to the back of your space. Belly still strong, spine is still long. Let's go for 3. 2. 1. Meeting in your warrior 1. Left knee on top of the arch. Feet still flat. Squeeze that right glute. Squeeze the thighs. Deep breath in. Exhale for your warrior 2. Just for the transition. And then into goddess. Heels in, toes out. A big squat. We'll start with breathing here. You can have big bend in the knees, you can have little bend in the knees. Most importantly, feet are flat, and you can see the big toes inside your knees. Shoulders, hips, stacking. Just like our sun breaths, start with your hands at heart center. Lower body static, squeeze the glutes. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Okay, keep your hands at heart center. Upper body still this time. Exhale, come up a little. Inhale, bend. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 5 more times with your breath. Keep squeezing the glutes. 3 more. Keep the feet flat. 2 more. 1 more up. 1 more down. And then shake it out. Okay. So you can shake it out. You can come back to center your space. Feet together, hips distance. Do some hip circles, nice and slow. Let's start counterclockwise. Bring the hips forward. Take them back. Nice and slow. Once you get up to 5, make sure you take it to the other side. When you're balanced out with your hip circles, go ahead and find yourself a seat. We're going to come into butterfly or Baddha Konasana. The soles of your feet are together. Heels can be close into you or far away, whatever's comfortable. If you need a little more leverage, a little more comfy on your bottom, you can get a blanket. You can put it underneath your bottom. It also helps to let the hips get up higher than your knees. Okay. If your knees are already falling to the floor, you can leave them there. I'm going to bring the blocks underneath my knees. Okay, you have the high setting, medium setting, whatever setting you need. Okay, so we're doing a nice hip opener here. And we're going to focus our breath for angry cat. Your hands can gently be on your shins. Shoulders are relaxed. Every neutral inhale we have, we come back to a nice flat spine, tall spine. Every exhale, we're going to bring chin to chest and pull the shoulders back. Okay. We'll be taking this 5 times. Let's start with a cleansing breath in. Let it go. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, angry cat round. Inhale. 4 more times. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Twice more. Exhale. Inhale. Final time. Exhale. Inhale. Shoulders rolling. Rolling back. Rolling forward. Gently release your legs. We're going to come into a supported back bend. Heart bench. So for heart bench, we're going to have our legs stay long. We're going to be long on our mat. We're going to need both blocks for this. If you do not have both blocks, you're going to take the same position as us, but you'll be on your forearms. So it'll be a reverse forearm plank with your bottom down. Okay. But I highly suggest getting blocks or maybe even blankets just to pile up underneath you. It's going for the heart opening. So every time we do a back bend, we're opening up our heart, stretching our heart. We don't need a really big back bend because our belly's already stretched out. Okay. For our heart bench, you're going to bring one block tall so your head can rest up on it. The other block will be the long way and it'll be right in between your shoulder blades. So you're going to take your time to set it up. If you don't like the height of it, you can even bring the block down where the head's going to be, and you can bring this block down too. It can go right across the shoulder blades. Because again, we're just going for the heart opening, not a big back bend. I'm going to start on my left side. Find my shoulder blades. If you want to keep your knees bent, feel free to do so. You can even keep your legs long. So whatever's comfortable for you. Okay, it's a slight back bend. If you need to put padding under your bottom, go for it. Your hands can be long by the side. They can find their way to your belly. Your shoulders will relax. You can close your eyes here. And just breathe. Your focus is your breath. Letting everything else relax. Maybe if your hands are on belly, you can feel baby. Maybe your hands on your belly, you can feel you belly breathing. So earlier we were concentrating to breathe to one part, to the ribs or to the belly. Here, just let it happen. Just notice where it's happening. Are you a belly breather? Are you a chest breather? Are you both? Just notice it and just let it be. Your jaw should be soft. Your face should be soft. Just staying where you're at for 5. Just letting the breath flow. 4, 3, 2, and on 1, you will gently roll to one side to get the blocks from underneath you. Okay. A lot of core strength to keep that belly strong. Blocks can go off to the side. Before we take our Shavasana, happy baby. Okay, so come onto your back flat. For your happy baby, you can bring both knees in. You can grab inside or outside the feet. You can even bring them into a Baddha Konasana where the feet are together. Okay. So it's just letting your knees get higher than your heart, your feet get higher than your heart. You can go side to side. You can stay still. Just check in with your body. Happy baby. It's called happy baby because you have to smile. So let that smile fall on your face. Let that be the only tension in your face. Maybe you play around with your hand grips. Maybe you come into that Baddha Konasana, or maybe you come into that happy baby grabbing your toes. Just nice little movements massaging out your back. If you are moving, find your stillness. Releasing your feet, releasing your ankles. I'm going to plant my feet down. I'm going to roll onto my left side, where we'll meet in our Shavasana. Again, if you want blankets, grab blankets. Use your left bicep as a pillow. Knees can be bent as much as you need them to be. Going through our body scan. Finding comfort here. Start at your toes. Release any tension. Going into your heels, your ankles, release any tension. Up into your knees and your hips. Into your torso, your core. Into your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists, your fingers. Into your neck, your jaw. Letting everything just rest. Staying here as long as you need to complete your Shavasana. When it is completed for you, be sure to rehydrate, refuel, eat well and sleep well. Namaste.